And joining us now from Washington, D.C. with more on this story is Peter Hakim. He is President Emeritus and Senior Fellow at the think tank Inter-American Dialogue. Peter, thanks so much for joining us. Do you think it's any consolation for Rousseff at this point to know that she's able to stand for public office again if she so chooses?
Not much, no. The question, I mean, she was removed from the presidency. She's very unpopular. It's very rare, very unlikely she will run for office again, I think.
And do you have any suspicions as to where we might see her again on the public scene, or do you think she'll just disappear for the meantime?
I think that she was brought onto the public scene by once popular Lula da Silva, her predecessor, and I suspect she's going to fade from the Brazilian political scene.
Okay, so how much weight then is on Michel Temer's shoulders now to shore up Brazilian politics, if that's even possible?
Well, that's his challenge. He's facing what had been a governance crisis, and coupled with a deep economic recession that Dilma Rousseff was unable to resolve in any satisfactory way. At the same time, he's not particularly popular in Brazil. His support is not much more than Dilma's was when she was removed. So this is a very difficult challenge for him. He has one thing in his favor at this point, that is that he can count on, for a few months at least, the votes of Congress to support his economic recovery plan, which Dilma was unable to muster.
Now, if there's an upside to this impeachment, some are saying that Rousseff's impeachment is a first step, at least, toward countering a deep culture of corruption in Brazil. Do you think that's true, or was this impeachment more about political gain, as Rousseff herself alleged?
Oh, there's so many combination of factors that are involved here that it's very hard to precisely pinpoint. Clearly, corruption pervades Brazilian politics. It pervades the parliament. More than 60% of legislators are in one form or another under investigation or charged with criminal activity. I think that the most important challenge now for the new president, what will determine his success or failure, is the economy. That's what is suffering. It's Brazil, 2 years in a row, is losing economic productivity. Its economy is without any growth at all, and people are losing jobs. Income is drying up, and that has to be turned around.
That's what I wanted to ask you, because the legacy of these years of leftist rule, many have said, was to have invested in the needs of Brazil's poorer families. And there have already been protests over the cuts in spending. Where might that discontent lead now?
Well, let me say that the problem was not brought about by investing in the poor in Brazil. The problem had to do with lots of subsidies to industry, over-centralized economic planning and management. And these problems have to be resolved. Unfortunately, they're going to have to be resolved probably with some period of austerity, which is going to potentially be a real negative for Temer as he tries to shore up his support.
Okay.
This is a very difficult situation, and the best thing that Temer has going for him really right now is he's not Dilma Rousseff. People wanted a new government, and the Congress is likely to support his initial actions.
Okay, Peter Hakim, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for that from Washington.